You're okay at making music, but you know that you can level up and become a faster and better music producer. In this video, I'm going to share my tips for staying laser focused all day so you can pump out song after song.
Mississippi putting it down, I'm the hottest round. I told y'all y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now, I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come and get me now.
That was strangely arousing.
Yo, it's Thomas Anthony from Fancy Fox Music. Fancy Fox Music is a music collective where we help you become the professional artist you are meant to be so that you can confidently share your music and touch people's lives with your message. Now, you can't reach people or change their lives if your music sucks or no one is listening to it. Now, I know you probably feel frustrated or even discouraged sometimes, and that's why I created this channel. Every Tuesday, I upload a new video where I share my experiences from over 10 years in the music industry, and I give you bullshit free tips related to music production, music marketing, and being a healthy, badass music producer. Now, this channel isn't for everybody. I understand that. It isn't for people who are little bitches who make excuses and don't work hard. It is, though, for people who have work ethic and discipline. If that sounds like you, consider subscribing and hitting the little bell notification so you don't miss any badass motherfucking content. So, how do you become a faster and better producer and get more work done? First thing is first. You're going to need to get organized and prepared. Brian Tracy has this quote that says, every minute spent planning saves as much as 10 minutes in execution. So what this means is that if you plan your day for 10 minutes, you're gonna save 2 extra hours of wasted time. Now, I've talked about this before, but you should plan out your tasks that you need to do the night before. I'd suggest planning out your entire week. Open up a Google Calendar or iCal and just plan out your week. Block that shit. Plan out the days you gotta go to work or school, and then any other important appointments you gotta do, and then block out some time for music production. A schedule of music production time that you is set in stone and you're going to follow. Now, I have some documents in the YouTube description below that you can download after the video that are super helpful for helping me organize my week, and I'm sharing them with you. Now that you have some time set aside to make music, you need to plan out that session. It's literally a waste of time if you have 2 hours blocked away to make music on a Wednesday, let's say, and you spend an hour figuring out what you need to do. You want to write a detailed list. Like, number 1, write a chord progression. Number 2, program drums. Number 3, write a melody. Number 4, spend 30 minutes finding unique samples. Some shit like that, but plan that shit out so when you get in the studio, you will just execute. Now, this is going to skyrocket your productivity in the studio. The second strategy that you're going to do is set deadlines and track your time. Go get a notebook from the dollar store and write down all the tasks that you got to do on a to-do list. You're going to get a timer and see how long it takes to complete each of those tasks. By doing this, every time you go in the studio, you're going to gain data about how you work. This is how you're going to get better. If it takes you an hour to program drums, let's say, you can look back on that session and see how you can improve for next time. And when you have to repeat this task, you know how long it took exactly the last time, and now you can try to beat that deadline or at least match it. Now, the third strategy is an easy one and a pretty obvious one. Eliminate distractions. Go put your phone on silent in another room. The world isn't going to fucking explode if you don't answer your phone for a couple hours. Turn that shit off, turn notifications off on your computer, and also just turn off the internet. If you have the urge to go online or message someone or touch your penis while you're fucking making music, just have a little piece of paper right beside you and write down those tasks and address them after the production session. You can follow up with that shit later. The world isn't gonna end. Now, the final strategy, and this is the most important, is to work in block increments. I use a strategy called the Pomodoro technique. You set a timer for 55 minutes and you have laser focus with no distraction for 55 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute break. This is how you build focus. Focus is a skill that is dwindling in our society. And if you want to make awesome music or just to be successful in life, you're going to need to be able to sit for long periods of time and work. Now, at first, if you can only focus for like 1 block at a time, that's okay. Write down how many blocks you worked in a row and try to push yourself a little bit more in the next session. Now, I noticed this for myself, that if I haven't stayed consistent on working for long periods of time, when I sit down, my brain's like, oh my God, and 2 or 3 hours of work, like what the fuck? And then I want to take a nap. But then the next day I work longer and longer, and then I can get into good chunks of working like 9 to 12 hours of just straight focus blocks. Now, anyone can learn this skill, and you 1,000,000,000% need it to produce a body of work that you need to do as a music producer. Now, what's sick is that after about the third or fourth hour, you start to get into like a flow state, and that's where shit really starts to pop off. Flow states are amazing, and you start crushing out the most creative work that you've ever crushed out. And all it takes is to set your mind in the right path and work in blocks so that you can get into that state. All right, let's recap. To become a faster, better producer, you're going to need to plan out when you have time to produce music. And then you're also going to plan out what you're going to do during those sessions. You're going to set deadlines and track your time and eliminate motherfucking distractions. Finally, you're going to work in blocks of time until you build up a super badass focus muscle that is strong and can last long periods of time. Now again, I have some awesome documents in the YouTube description that I personally use, and you can download them. They're super helpful, helps me plan out my day, my week, my month, even my hours and studio sessions. Now, as always, I'd encourage you to cross-reference everything I'm saying, test it out, check other YouTubers, check other books, check other professionals, and make your own decisions on what you need to do. I'm just giving you advice. This is the stuff that's working for me. You can take it or leave it. I don't really give a fuck. But I would suggest that you track everything that you do, because whatever gets measured gets managed. Now, if you need some more specific help with something, or you want to work with me developing a marketing plan, or improving your production skills, or just any of those things related to music, I offer both one-time and continuous one-on-one mentoring programs. There's a link in the YouTube description below if you want to check that out, and if that's something you're interested in. Now, also, every second Wednesday, I host a feedback session on Facebook Live where I give you live constructive criticism on your music, and you can ask me questions. So that is every second Wednesday. Check it out in the link in the description. Follow me on Instagram, because I usually post updates when I'm going to be doing that. Now, if you use Spotify and you're looking for poppin' music, I have 3 Spotify playlists. My weekly Dirty Pretty playlist, which I update every Friday with the dirtiest, prettiest music. It's awesome club music that's updated every Friday. I also have my Dirty Party playlist that's full of awesome club and party music, and my Pretty Chill playlist that is full of sexy, chill music. Now, if you don't have Spotify, or you just like long form DJ mixes, I have a monthly mix series called Smell the Roses. It's a high energy club mix. It's great for like working out or going to the gym or just getting the party started. So if that's something you're interested in, I've linked everything down below. You can check it out. If you don't want to check it out, I don't give a fuck about that either. You can find me everywhere online at It's Tom Anthony, or just by searching up Thomas Anthony. And if you are digging any of my music that I've linked down below, you can follow me on whatever streaming platform that you love to listen to music. I really appreciate the follows. I'm trying to get my music out to as many people as possible, so it'd be awesome if you check my stuff out. All right, till next time, keep it fancy. Peace.
What do you want to do, huh? What do you want to do?
It's Thomas Anthony from Fancy Fox Music. Fancy Fox Music is a music collective where we help you become the artist you were meant to be, so that you can confidently share your music and touch people's music with your lives with your music.